This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Apply the parking brake and remove the wheel center cover. Break the drive axle and hub nut loose with the socket and large breaker bar. Loosen the wheel lug nuts. Raise the vehicle and support it securely on jack stands. Remove the wheel. Disconnect the stabilizer bar link from the stabilizer bar. Disconnect the tie rod end from the steering knuckle. After loosening the nut, use a puller to allow the ball joint to pop loose. Remove the drive axle and hub nut, then discard it. Separate the control arm ball joint from the steering knuckle. Swing the knuckle and hub assembly out or away from the vehicle until the end of the drive axle is free of the hub. If the drive axle splines stick in the hub, it may be necessary to tap on the end of the drive axle with a plastic hammer. Secure the steering knuckle and hub assembly out of the way to make room for work. Carefully pry the inner end of the drive axle from the transaxle if you are moving the left side drive axle, as shown here. Be careful not to damage the differential seal. Support the CV joints and carefully remove the drive axle from the vehicle. If equipped, remove the washer from the outer CV end of the drive axle and save it for installation. Pry the old spring clip from the inner end of the drive axle and install a new one. Position the spring clip with the opening facing down. This will ease insertion of the drive axle and prevent damage to the clip. Check hub splines for rust or debris. If necessary, clean the spline with a wire brush. Lubricate the differential or intermediate shaft seal with multi-purpose grease. Raise the drive axle into position while supporting the CV joints. Push the splined end of the inner CV joint into the differential side gear and make sure the spring clip locks in its groove. This can be checked by grasping the inner CV joint housing, not the drive axle, and try to pull it out to ensure the drive axle retaining ring is seated securely in the transaxle or on the intermediate shaft. Apply a light coat of multi-purpose grease to the outer CV joint splines. Pull out on the steering knuckle assembly and install the stub axle into the hub. Insert the ball joint stud into the steering knuckle. And tighten the nut to 30 foot-pounds. Then, for step 2 of tightening, on 2007 models like this one, tighten an additional 120 degrees. For 2008 models equipped with a black nut, tighten an additional 90 degrees. On 2008 models with a silver nut, tighten an additional 120 degrees. For all models except 2007 and 2008 models, tighten an additional 90 degrees. Reconnect the tie rod end. Tighten the tie rod end fastener to 22 foot-pounds. Then, tighten it an additional 120 degrees. Reconnect the stabilizer bar link. Tighten the stabilizer bar link fastener to 55 foot-pounds. Install new cotter pins if required. Install a new drive axle and hub nut. Tighten the hub nut securely, but don't try to tighten it to the actual torque specification until you've lowered the vehicle to the ground. Install the wheel and lug nuts. Then lower the vehicle. Tighten the lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds. Tighten the drive axle and hub nut to 173 foot-pounds.